John Rawson. We haven't talked to him in quite a while. John, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. Can you guys hear me okay?
We can hear you just loud and clear. Peachy keen, as we like to say. ProAm Auto Accessories. How long have you been in business down there on Richmond?
Yeah, we've been in the same location here on Richmond at Green Ridge since 1984. So it's been a few years.
Yeah, to say the least. Yeah, and
still going strong.
That's good. We're glad to hear that. Not only do you have auto accessories, but you also have a shop.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, we sell accessories and things here in the storefront, but out back we also have pretty much a full service shop where we primarily service European cars, but we don't turn much away. We work on pretty much anything that comes in if we can. So.
Well, here's what I'm thinking.
Keeps us pretty busy.
Yeah. So, I have a wife that has a really cool car, and I thought, well, we're going to make this Christmas a little bit different. She wants some, some racing style seats for the front of it, or maybe some fuzzy dice. I don't know whether you carry the fuzzy dice or not, but I do know you carry the seats. But
we do. Yeah, we do carry racing seats. Fuzzy dice, I could probably find.
I'm sure.
I don't have any here at the moment.
Make a run down to Walmart or something, whatever the case may be. But, I when I think of car accessories, of course, there's a bajillion of them that are online, but there's nothing like going into a store and shopping to your heart's content for all sorts of things. And I know that you can certainly offer suggestions as to once you find out what kind of car it is.
We certainly can help anybody with Christmas presents this year if they have an enthusiast or aficionado in their family. We've got stocking stuffer, small stuff that's $10, and then we can, of course, you can spend as much as your heart's content. I mean, we've got seats, truck accessories, lift kits, you name it, we can do it.
Yeah.
I have a Volkswagen here if you want. This one is a project in process, a long process, but it's here.
Are we in the shop back there right now?
No, this is in the showroom. Actually. Let me, if you don't mind, can I turn the camera
Please do.
around?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I can figure it out.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, so this is, the view you get when you walk in our store. And this is a 71 Super Beetle that I bought 10 years ago or so to restore. And it's pretty well done except for the interior and the top. Everything underneath is great. Bodywork is great. So
what is a Super Beetle?
Well, a Super Beetle, I guess, was their improved version of the Beetle. It had a different front suspension, mainly was the big difference. It has a primitive coilover McPherson strut in the front instead of the what did Volkswagen call it before, an I-beam or something like that.
Right.
So
that's the main difference.
I think so. I'm not really a huge Volkswagen person, but it's a pretty car. I bought it a long time ago to fix up for my wife and I to drive, and it's here on display mainly. So, but if you want to take a look back here, this is we've always been big with the local racing communities, road racing, drag racing, whatever. And so we do carry quite a bit of racing gear. If you're doing track events or doing competition racing, we have helmets, shoes, gloves, suits, other racing items if you need. So we can take care of. And this is stuff that you really, a lot of people still come into the store because they need to try it on for size. I mean, if you're ordering a helmet over the internet, you don't know whether it's going to fit or not before you buy it. So you can come in, try on helmets, try on gloves, and make sure you get something that's right the first time.
Well, I got a Christmas party that I've been invited to, and I'm thinking maybe one of those racing suits would look really snappy if I walk in with that on.
Yeah, I'm thinking that the orange one there would be just about your style. Unless you got a pink one up there behind the blue.
Yeah, come on in. We'll suit you up.
I'm sure you would. Yeah. Do I see a muffler hanging on the wall there?
Yeah, that's part of the outfit.
Yeah, let's go over here. Yeah, so this is just sort of a little display of other stuff that we do. We do a lot of big brake kits, upgrades for cars that see track use. We actually also have done a lot of brake upgrades on big SUVs that have gone and gotten some armoring done, which we don't do the armoring, but we help them stop after they've added all the weight. So
what do you mean? What do you mean by armoring?
Well, bulletproof glass, armor plating underneath, that kind of stuff. We've supplied some big brake kits to some of the armoring companies here in Texas.
Yeah.
Suspension. This is we're a big suspension shop. That's primarily my area of expertise is setting up suspension for track work. So we carry Bilstein and Eibach and a bunch of other stuff. So don't look at this down below. That's kind of my junk pile closeout stuff.
What do you see the most of coming through the shop? What is the main, vehicle or the main project or repair?
Well, mostly around here, I think it's due to the area that we're at, kind of in the Galleria area. We see a lot of European cars, BMWs, Mercedes, Audis for service work, typically just both routine maintenance stuff, scheduled maintenance stuff, and then light repair. I don't go into engines or transmissions. I leave that to other shops with better expertise in that. But any kind of suspension or check engine light stuff, I try to take care of the best I can.
Cool.
So, one of the benefits of being here for as long as as we have is we pretty much know everybody around here as far as other shops. So if it's something that I can't handle here, I probably know somebody that can, and I can refer out. So, we're not only here to make a buck on everything. We're here to have, relationships with people. So it's been a great time being here. So.
Are you open today?
No, actually, we're not open today. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6 usually. So I'll pan over this away. But yeah, we decided not to be open on the weekends a couple of years ago, and it's worked out great for me. So I have my weekends to myself a little bit. So, but I'm often up here working on my own toys. So on Saturdays when I can. But right now I've got 2 teenage daughters that are in high school, and so that pretty much takes up most of my weekend time. And stuff.
It takes up your time and your money.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I saw your little dipster there when you went by it, sitting in front of the counter.
Go back over there. I meant to talk about that. Yeah, that's been a neat product. This is one of those stocking stuffer deals. These are $10 a piece.
What is it, John?
It's called the Dipster. It was actually invented here locally by a friend of ours that we've known for years and years, a racer, autocrosser. And this is open one up here. This is a dipstick swiping device, sponge basically, that you slide this. Can you see that? You slide this along your the dipstick in your car. That way you don't have to waste a paper towel, and it's always handy. It has a magnet in the bottom of it so that it can stick into your you just leave it in the engine compartment of your vehicle.
Nice.
And it's always handy.
Yeah.
So.
I found those and it's from his shop on Amazon. You can get those on Amazon, and I bought all my grandkids. Of course, the girls looked at it like, what is this?
Yeah, what do you do with this?
And they don't even have cars.
Some of them don't.
We sell a lot of this stuff. I've basically transitioned over to selling on Amazon. So like here's all of our car care stuff, waxes and polishes and tire dressing and stuff like that. The Classy wax, which is a neat German wax. That's probably what we sell the most of. And all of that's available on Amazon through our Amazon store, or you can just search these products and we'll come up as one of the suppliers. So stuff like the Classy wax, the dipsters are on Amazon, like you said, some of the motor oils. We're a big TX7, which is another local company here. Y'all probably heard of Polydyne.
Sure.
They do ceramic coatings and stuff for engine components and exhaust components and stuff like that. Well, they also have a complete line of engine oil additives and transmission additives and power steering additives and such. And we sell a tremendous amount of this stuff online.
See, I was going to ask that because you're European, you got a lot of the Euro models coming in. I was going to ask if you had a wide variety of the fluids, the trans fluids, the brake fluids, the oils, but it looks like you've got it pretty much narrowed down.
Well, we've always carried kind of the premium branded oils. Like you can see here, we've got AMSOIL, which I think we're the only place in Houston that you can walk into and buy this off the shelf. You can order it online, of course, but we have it here if you need it right away. Same thing with the Redline down there. We've been a Redline dealer for I don't know, a couple of decades at least. And so this is all kind of the best of the best stuff over here. We've kind of honed it down pretty good. Too bad Conrad's not here. I do have some of your BG products sitting over here too. So
I'm sure he's watching
stuff as well.
Yeah, we know he's watching.
Yeah.
Well, John, let's talk about back to your garage and the services. Do you have an alignment machine there?
I do not have an alignment machine here at my shop, but I have a good buddy down the street that has a very expensive one, and so I go down there and we do those together when we need to. So
I got you. Mm-hmm. Well,
there's
that's
not
good.
a whole lot in the shop, but I will show you this. You guys remember a couple of years ago, the last time we talked, I think I was at Daytona or Austin at the races, and we blew the motor up in this M3 at that event and decided to embark on an LS swap upgrade for this car. And so
now you're talking, baby.
So that's here. We haven't outrun this car in 2 years. In fact, this weekend is the event that we blew the motor up at 2 years ago in Austin, and we're not there. We're here. So yeah, we're swapping. This is, an all aluminum 5.7, essentially out of a Camaro or early Corvette. First, what do you call it? A Gen 3 LS1 or whatever you want to call it. It's going into this BMW.
So I assume that the BMW original motor that was in the race car probably ran out of oil, or shall I say burned through all of the oil that was in it and then blew up.
Yeah, it dropped a valve while I was driving, and it was a pretty tired motor. When I got it out of the car and started kind of getting it apart, it was just a disaster inside. So it was a comprehensive failure. But that motor was the original engine for this car. It already had like 140,000 street miles on it. And then we decided to race the hell out of it for 4 years before it finally gave up.
Tear it up.
Can't say anything bad about the BMW motors, really. I mean, yeah, they do leak oil, but as long as you can keep oil in them, they run pretty good. So
what does putting the LS into it do to your racing classification?
Makes it cool.
It makes it faster. It's going to be – it'll probably actually stay in the same class, we hope. As we have sat on the sidelines, I guess, the past 2 years with this car, the league has moved forward quite a bit. So it would not be – and in fact, I think if it had the original engine in it, it would actually go down a class to where we always raced it. So actually this engine is going to basically keep us in the same class, and we're going to be able to tune this thing way back to keep it extremely conservative and safe, because obviously it's kind of excessive for what we need to do, but it should be fun. So it's got a custom ECU system that came from Australia, and it's supposedly you can tune all kind of stuff with it. So it'll be fun. But we're finally getting closer to starting it for the first time. So.
Are you tubbing it?
No, it's going to be a road race car still. So
just had to ask.
So we might flare the fenders if we end up having to put a lot bigger rubber underneath it. So we'll just have to see.
So when do you anticipate the next event for it?
The next event. Let's see here. There we go. The next event that we're going to try to do, I think, is going to be in March at Barber Motorsports Park in Alabama. We'll just have
very
to
cool.
see. It's got to get running first, and then we've got to do some testing, and then we'll go from there.
So you go down to like MSR or someplace to do the testing once you're ready to.
Yeah. Yes, sir. We'll go to either MSR Houston. We've got friends down there, and so we'll go run it for the day there, or we may end up going to San Marcos at Harris Hill,
right,
which is another track where we've got some friends at and stuff that we're able to go and run when we need to. So should be fun.
Very cool.
Well, John, it's great to talk to you. Great to see you. And I'm glad to see that things are going well for you down there on Richmond Avenue. It's ProAm Auto Accessories. John Rawson is his name. And, John, good luck to you. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas to you. And hope to talk to you again soon. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you guys. Happy New Year's. And thanks for having me on again. Thanks for letting us take a tour of the shop. I appreciate it very much. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you again soon.
Yep.
All right. Hey, we'd love to hear from you. Just shoot us an email. Our address here is info@inwheeltime.com. Time now for the